So hi all. So today we are going to see what is functional testing and non-functional testing. So in functional testing, we check the functionality of the application, like the unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. So in unit testing, so we get into the code of the developer and see that the functionality which he has developed is working properly or not. And then we will give a go for that for the next steps. And in integration testing, so whenever an application is developed, the UI, so we see that it is integrated with the specific other systems. And system testing is like we are testing that the different vendor portals or another third party systems are integrated here. So integration testing is one piece. System testing is the entire system with 3 4 integrations together. For say example, we have amazon.in. So in that we have the features which are tested, and once you select a product and go into the summary card, there you will do the payments. So you have credit cards, debit cards, and other types of cards. So you check like what is the payment gateway, and that is a system integration with the payment gateway. And after that is tested and validated completely, then we go for the acceptance testing. So apart from that, we have non-functional testing. So in non-functional testing, we have performance testing, security testing, usability testing, and compatibility testing. So what is performance testing? So in performance testing, we see that um, how the application is taking the load with one user, two user, 10 users. So suppose like on first of every month, everyone goes and checks their salary in the bank accounts. So that account is overloaded. So it is over loaded there. So how that server is handling that? So that is something which we are going to check using the performance testing. And coming to the security testing. So in the security testing, we check that is it able to log in. So we get an OTP if you are logging into some application, or if you are getting into some other application, it will see for authentication. And then we have usability testing. Usability is the application we are able to flow or not. And then compatibility is like we will check this application is compatible on different browsers. Say suppose we have a Chrome browser, Internet Explorer, Mozilla. So the same application should work on all the types of browsers. And similarly, even if there are mobile apps, then we have to check in the mobile app that we are able to test the same thing in the mobile app. So that is non-functional testing. Now, let us go for the software types. So in the types of software testing, we have unit testing, smoke testing, integration, system, regression, performance testing, and UAT. So first part is the unit testing. So in the unit testing, so we see that the code is developed properly. So the developer will run JUnit scripts and other scripts, and then he will give a sign off. And then we have the smoke testing. So smoke testing is once the developer gives the build. So it could be in the form of an exe if it's a Windows application. It could be in the form of a URL if it is something a stage or test environment, or if it is an APK file or IAP file if it is a mobile app. So once we install that, we just check we are able to install that and we are able to log in. So that is smoke testing. And sanity testing is something wherein we go and validate that we are able to check some 10 to 20 test cases or scenarios and again give a sign off. That is sanity testing. Then integration testing is, as I told you, so any system which is integrated with some other type of application. Say suppose payment gateway, only one payment gateway is integrated with the UI. So that is integration testing. System testing is like we test the payment gateway, we check in the database, we check in the APIs. So all this is the system testing. Then regression testing is, so when we are developing any new application, so we see that the new feature did not impact the existing functionality. So we test that through regression and then give a sign off. Then we have performance and load testing. So once the regression testing is done, or parallelly we can perform the performance testing, wherein we see that it is able to take the load of one user, 10 users, or maybe 100 users, and see how we are able to do that. So this is the performance testing. And apart from that, like we have UAT. So once the testing is completed, then we go for the user acceptance testing. So there the user will check, or the stakeholders or the product owners or the consumers, they will see that this application is as per the requirement and it is developed as they are expecting. So that is how like they do the user acceptance testing and give a sign off, and then it will go for the production. These are the different software types of testing.